morning. Welcome to Dunsmore Moving Dirt. Just got it all greased up, filled up, fixing to head over and work on the dam. I still don't have the sticky stuff's almost gone. You can see it's still up there, but I hadn't got it shiny yet. The dirt's not dry enough to get it shiny, and it's stuck to something right there. But if I can get into some dry dirt, that ought to shine up. So, but there, I got out and looked, and I must have tried to push dirt with the radiator. I guess there's dirt stuck all in there. I guess it's stacked up, and I might have been going uphill when it fell over, because then it fell over into the radiator. So, and I had a big clob of dirt up here, mud and stuff here. So when I get that piece of metal up this high, that ought to stop that. But I don't know why that's stuck in that radiator like that. That had to be some of that mud when I was pouring out that ditch or something. But anyway, it's full of diesel and greased up, ready to go. So we're going to head back over there and finish working on that dam. I'll set the camera up when I get over, let y'all see some of that. I might hang it on the outside of the dozer. I looked at what I did in the cab, and you can see me fine. You can see the seat and all the controls, but you couldn't see the blade at all. So I may put it on the outside so at least you can see the blade, or set it up on a tripod or something. Anyway, we'll figure that out when we get over there. I got it like I want it. Show you what it looks like from this side without getting out and walking around. There's the cut over there. That'll be the spillway now. And the water level will be about 5-6 inches higher than where it was at, but it won't back out any farther in this field. And then I got this dam run out to this point where them double flags was, right out there, and that's about 6 to 7 tenths higher than that cut in the dam. So it should always go through there, and hopefully that'll handle it and it won't try to go around this other way. A little bit's not going to hurt much, but I assumed it'd go all through this cut here instead of trying to back up and go around this way. If he was to ever get some grass back there, it probably wouldn't hurt it, but if he keeps plowing it up, it'd be better to go through here if it wants to go around the other way. But so had to get a little dirt right here next to the water just to get it tied together, but that won't hurt nothing. So that little project is done. I'm gonna run up there to the pickup, get my dinner, then come back and we'll start knocking down some of them trees. Then this little project on the side of this field will be done. We'll go to the other side. Don't know if I'll do that today or in the morning. It shouldn't take long to knock down them few trees. If I got time, I'm going to try to level out some of that dirt around that pit where he can farm a little bit closer to it. I did it on some of the other ones. We'll let y'all see that in a little bit after I run up there and get my dinner and get that guy here. So talk to y'all after a bit. Bye. we're headed over there to them big green trees, work on the creek. I got my pickup field trailer in tow behind the 750L, so I think it can handle it all right. If I can just get around through the gates up here without wiping out a gate or breaking off a tow bar or something, we'll be all right. We're headed over there, and get over there, I was trying to show you what we got to do. I was going to show you what I had stuck between the blade and the radiator, but the battery was dead in the camera, so I just pulled it out. Had about a 4-inch mesquite limb. How it got in there, I have no idea. It was wedged between my hoses and the blade, and then down where the blade pivots on that ball down there. Didn't even know it was down there until I raised up the blade up high of the dozer there for a minute, and I seen something sticking up, and I just thought it was hanging in there until I got off and looked. But you just never tell when they're in brush and stuff. I'm afraid it come from the bottom and went up to the top, how it kept from busting one of them hoses, because it went between them and the blade, and there's not enough room for it to go between them and the blade. But it made a way, so none of the hoses was hurt. They got that spring around there, which that's not going to do much good. It was down there, it wasn't the ones that went across top of the blade that's got that protection on that. It was the ones right up against the blade. So anyway, dodged the bullet there. So I hate to have to get hoses for a dozer with 70 hours on it. Test out the warranty, I guess. So anyway, we'll let you see that when we get over there. Well, I get over here to where I was going to work. I just thought I had a job. I'll show you why. But when I come across the field up there, you go through a gate and cross the irrigation ditch. Someone's turned a valve on somewhere, and there's water running all the way down that road that I used to come up here. I didn't think that was going to affect me over here. What I got to do, I don't need water running down the creek, and that rascal's are running, so there's irrigation water running down this thing somewhere. It was dry 2 days ago, except for, I mean, there was some water standing in it, but it's not dry now. And I can't have water running down it because the problem is this creek has started to jump out and go across here, and it's wanting to go that way. So what I was going to do, it just makes a big hard bend right here. I was going to cut through that knob, block it over there, block it here, and let it go right straight over there. Problem solved. But it's going to have to be on a better time than right now. So, because it probably jumped out. He had a big rain the other day, and it jumped out and started going across there. You can see where it put some stuff up against the fence. It can't do that very much, or there'll be a gully like this all the way straight across to that deer feeder, because that's the way the creek goes, is trying to cut across this low area right here instead of zigzagging all through them trees and stuff. So sooner or later this will have to be blocked off. You could back out here and put dirt up here, but it would be loose dirt, and you couldn't get it hard enough because that creek is coming downhill, and it's always going to go out in there and start eating that bank out. So the best things to do is to cut it across up there and close this off. So anyway, I wish I'd have looked at that before I unhooked my pickup and unhooked the trailer from the pickup, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think that water over there was going to be over here running. So anyway, I'm going to hook my trailer back up, hook the pickup back to the dozer, go all the way across that field back up there. And tomorrow sometime, whenever I figure out where I'm going to get out of here at, I may have to walk the dozer about a mile to the east on a county road, because I won't be able to get it up this road. I'll show you that when we get up there. So we will switch to plan B right now. So, okay, this is the culprit right here where the water's coming from. That's a ditch, a main ditch line, but no water's run down it in years. So I don't know if they've turned the irrigation water on or someone's opened the valve wanting some water somewhere up there and it run down this ditch. And then it's coming out of this ditch and going down this side ditch. This gate don't work here, it's stripped out. So it's flowing through here, going down here, going down there. And obviously somewhere up there, yonder, that creek one is way back up out of the way. It's breaking out of somewhere and running down that creek because I couldn't work on it down here. That creek finally runs into the Wichita River, which is where a lot of this irrigation water drains after it comes through Highway Park and where I did that brushwork earlier. They got irrigation ditches that bring all the excess water over here, and the Wichita River's not too far over, it dumps over there. So anyway, this is the water I drove through when I pulled my pickup through this gate. But the problem is there's a road, it's probably a mile long down that way, or 3/4 of a mile, and water was running down it. So I want to load up my dozer now over here on the county road. I'll figure out where, if I get out of here on my pickup. That road's kind of sandy, and then it's hard before you get to the highway. So, and of course Sunday I washed my pickup. First time in 8 months. It was getting brown. It's got a lot of dust on it now, but that blows off. But I spent Sunday afternoon cleaning it all up, washing it off, got it looking red again. So now I'll show you this road up here. It may be a mile between them two fences, and water was running down it. We'll see if it's still running down there when we get down there. I could go across this field, but I don't want to. I'm going to have to drive across this field to get back to the dozer. Maybe in the morning I can get Mrs. D to bring my pickup and we can leave the truck over there on the county road. Come this way. Well, it must have slowed down a little bit because it was going across here. They may have opened something up over here. Or it may have slowed down coming down the main ditch. There's where I gotta go. It's just wet in the middle where the tire tracks drive, so. Now, I guess it has slowed down a little. Like someone finally got it stopped, but it's still draining. No water's running. That's just what water's. Okay. Well, I bet my pickup will not be red time I get down to the end. hang on. Trailers was bad because it don't track with the pickup. It's wider than the pickup. Don't stop now, baby. Sometimes bring Red over here and raise the middle of this road up. I'm glad I hadn't done it yet. That would have been a mess. Tell how full this road was. It was over the center here. In the gate and load up, but my tracks would be mud until I got up here. I'm gonna go find a way to get my dozer out up here on this county road. So thanks for watching. It was an exciting afternoon. So thanks for watching this channel. If you hadn't subscribed, wish you'd do that and hit the like button, share it with all your friends, and never know what you're going to get into. Like I said, you think you got it all planned out, and it can change in a heartbeat. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Dunsmore Moving Dirt. This is James. We're back in the dozer. Mrs. D brought me up here. We brought the dozer truck and the pickup, and we're going way over there. I mean, it's probably another 3 miles over there. I had to go across all these fields so I could get out because the road was wet coming in here that I used to come in here from the flood yesterday. So anyway, we're in the dozer. You might see dust way up there. That's nice. We're gonna go up and load up on a hard road over here. See if we can get out of here. Okay, since all I've got to do for the next 30 minutes is drive this dozer across this field, I do got to stop and shut one gate. The man I'm working for here, I've known ever since I was a hired hand working for Jesse, and which was 53 years ago. So, and he's been our customer for that long, and he just turned 90 last year, and I don't know if he's had his birthday yet this year or not. So he may be 91 right now. So he was a young man when he first met me, and I was a whole lot younger than I am now too. So, but you know, when you're either in business or whether you're in business or working for somebody as an employee, you never know down the road how things are going to turn out, especially if you're going to try to go in business for yourself. You always want to make a good impression on people you work for, even though it's not your business, because they'll always want you to do your work if you make a good enough impression. I was fixing to drive off in the hole there. This guy's a pretty good sized farmer, has quite a bit of land. I'm guessing he probably farms in 10,000 acres, something like that. And used to run a bunch of cattle, used to be pretty big in horses and stuff. Now he's kind of gone to sheep. Said he wished he'd have done that 50 years ago. He's made more money messing with them sheep than he has anything. So he still farms. And when I met him and first started coming out here running a dozer for my boss, Jesse, I mean, I was always wanting to do the best job that I could, and it got to a point where there was other people that run dozers too, but he got where he'd call Jesse when he needs something to do and say, send James out there with the bulldozer. I want this, and done. And he was pretty adamant about it, because he said if the only two, either you come run the dozer or send James out here and run the dozer. He said if you send anybody else on the dozer out here, I'll send them back home. So, I mean, what do you do? I mean, I know that was pretty hard on Jesse, because he had to pick who he sent out here, but he had known him probably 10 years before I started working, so he was a pretty good customer at that time, and still is. But anyway, and then he got to where he wouldn't call Jesse, he would call me and say, tell Jesse that, for? He said, I come out here, I got some dozer work to do. And I said, listen, I said, I'm just a hired hand. I said, I'll tell him you called and you need some dozer work done, and we'll just have to go from there. And he said, you know there's not but 2 people going to work out here on my place, either you or Jesse. I said, I'll tell him. I said, that's all I can do. So sure enough, Jesse worked it out where I could bring the dozer up here and work for him and everything. So the reason I'm saying this is you always want to try to make, you got to earn the right that your customers don't call somebody else. They've got to know you. They got to know the work that you do. I've always worked for people, whether I was a hired hand or an owner, like it was my place. Like I do it like I would want it done. Do it right. Do them a very good job. Do them a fair job. And, they remember that, but you don't ever want to take it for granted, because they're one phone call away from them calling somebody else. So he usually tries to make the point. He said, you know, there's never been another person out here on a piece of equipment besides you and Jesse. Of course, Jesse's dead now. And I said, I know, Paul, and I appreciate that. And, but here, 2 or 3 years ago, I was the owner by then. He called me up, said, when can you be here? I said, man, I'm 80 miles from you and I cannot shut down and come out there. I said, and he was in the bind. He said, I need a dozer. So I said, all right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, there's a neighbor lives down the road from me. I said, he'll do you a good job. He'll treat you fair, just like I do. Well, I told him to call him. So when he hung up, I called the guy I was going to call, and he's helped me out on jobs, and he's retired now too. They were about the same age, so I figured he was going to get along with me pretty good. So anyway, he called him, and he got him out of a bind, and I got to thinking after I did that, I said, man, I don't know if that messed this deal up or not that I had with him, but I didn't think he would, because he knew all these years I'd done a good work for him. But anyway, he called him, I think, once or twice, but I couldn't get to him in time. And but that guy's retired now. My neighbor, he retired. Like I say, he was the same age as the guy I was working for. So anyway, he still calls and everything, and I get to him as quick as I can. And everybody, most of the customers I know have, they know they can't hardly call me up and just show up. But I've usually got a list, and I work on the list. I try to get there as quick as I can, but I can't do it all the time. So I guess Mrs. D got lost. There's more tracks out. I told her to follow my tracks, but there was more than one set of tracks out here in this spot right here. So anyway, so that's, if you're thinking about going in business or something, you want to try to let your reputation get you customers, and they've got to know you, they've got to see your work. And most of my customers are repeat customers. I'll get some new ones that my customers tell somebody that if you need some dozer work done, call James. So, but don't ever get to where you take it for granted, because they don't have to call you. They can call somebody else. But if you keep it, you may have to do a little extra sometime, or be sure they're satisfied or something like that, but it's worth it. When you have a customer that you've had for 50-something years, and other than the time I told him to call somebody else, he called me every time. And that's worth something to have a customer. And I've got several like that I've done all their dozer work, and I never take it for granted. Because they know I take care of the land when I'm out there. I treat it as like it was something of mine. And appreciate that because they worked hard for that land and everything. So, the guy I'm working for now, he's slowing down and he's about turned it over to the boys. And he said, he told the boys, he said, you keep calling James. He said, even after I'm dead and gone, he said, don't get nobody else in it because no one else has ever worked out here on this place. And I appreciate that. So, you know, you can do a little extra for somebody when they treat you that way. And that's what it's all about. There's people that are in business and they don't care if they're going to try to get all they can get out of you the first job, and they don't ever care whether they call you back or not. Well, that's not no way to be. So you got to keep that base built up, and these people that you work for so long, they'll keep getting you customers. I don't advertise or nothing. They'll tell somebody that, like I said, this is who I use. That's who I've always used. So you need something, you call James. So that's worth a lot right there to have somebody like that, even if you don't work for them every year. I mean, to have that customer that, you know, you're the one going to call. So, anyway, I thought I'd just share that with you this morning. I'm doing nothing but driving a dozer, so we will get loaded up.